95% of doctors' visits are caused by stress. And this is because the stress hormone cortisol shuts down the immune system. And it's so good at shutting down the immune system that if you were to need an organ transplant, the doctor would inject you with cortisol so that your immune system doesn't reject the foreign organ. So if you want to stay healthy and not develop health issues, disease and illness in the body, then it's really important to learn to manage your stress. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 effective tips so that you can keep your stress under control and keep your body healthy. So the first tip is deep breathing. Now, deep breathing might sound simple, yet it's really effective, and I'm going to explain why. Now, a lot of our stress actually comes from us operating in survival mode. Most people spend 70% in survival mode, and we should not spend our dominant amount of time operating from survival. And so survival mode is known as the sympathetic nervous system. And we also have the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is our calm state. It's our rest and digest nervous system. And so when you're operating from survival, you have short, shallow breathing from the chest. So by doing deep breathing, where you breathe from deep into the belly instead of short, shallow breathing in the chest, by switching your breathing like that, it will simply switch you from sympathetic nervous system and into the parasympathetic nervous system. So what you want to do is you want to breathe in through your nose and take a deep breath in and breathe into the belly and then push the air out through your mouth, and you want the exhale to be longer than the inhale. And that's all you do, and that will switch you out of survival mode. And so this is a really great tip to use because you can use this anywhere. Like if you're feeling stressed in the workplace, just stop and take some deep belly breaths. Now, there's a number of other things you can actually do to switch yourself out of survival mode as well, and it's just simply by stimulating the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is the secret weapon to fighting stress. So doing the deep breathing is one way you can stimulate the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is like the longest nerve of the autonomic nervous system, which is your sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. And so the vagus nerve is actually connected to your throat muscles and your vocal cords. It starts at the brain and it comes down to your throat, into the lungs and the heart, and down into the intestines. And so you can use your throat in a number of different ways that will stimulate the vagus nerve and simply switch you out of survival mode. And it's simple things just like laughing, gargling water, humming, singing, chanting, just using your vocal cords and throat muscles in different ways, and that will switch you out of survival mode and into that calm state, so then it will get rid of the stress. Now, the second tip I have is something that I think is still a simple tip, yet it's still really effective, and it's going out in nature. I have noticed when I feel stressed, just by going out in nature, it literally changes my state. And I think it's because nature just has this peacefulness about it. It has this calmness about it. And it's like that calmness sort of just rubs off on you. Like when we're in the city, there is so much going on that it overstimulates our senses. There's all these different noises, all these different things in our faces, like signs and billboards and like buy this, buy that. And because our senses get overstimulated, it can lead us to feeling stressed. So by going out in nature and getting away from the city can just help reduce our stress as well. And it just balances your energy, grounds your energy, and it just makes you feel so much better. And it works for me. Whenever I'm feeling stressed, I just go to nature and I always come back feeling better. And even better is if you take your shoes and socks off and do what's called earthing or grounding, and just walking barefoot on the earth. So when you connect to the earth like that, there are so many amazing health benefits as well. One being reduces your stress and it grounds your energy also. So it's really healthy for us to connect to the earth. Now, the third tip I have for you is meditation. I talk about meditation a lot in my videos because it really is, in my opinion, based off the research I've done, it is the most powerful tool we have to completely change ourselves and to completely change our lives. And there are so many different ways you can meditate and different purposes for meditating. One being that it reduces your stress. It calms down the nervous system. Now, another thing that I've learned with meditation, and the reason why I find that it's great to, if you use meditation as a daily practice, it will definitely keep your stress away. And that's because when you meditate, you can use it as a way to get out of your head, because sometimes we're in our head too much and then we have all these thoughts and we're overthinking or we're overanalyzing, and then it causes us to feel stressed. So by going into a meditative state, closing your eyes, disconnecting from the outer world and going within and using your breath, doing some deep breathing, what ends up happening is you drop from your head and into your heart. And when you drop from the head into the heart, your mind goes quiet. You have no thoughts. And then you just become pure consciousness. And then you can also tap into more elevated emotions as well. So you can come out of that meditation feeling really good, and also you come out of that meditation with your mind still quiet. You don't have all that negative inner critic and all those thoughts going on. So that's why I recommend starting up a daily meditation practice. It will really keep you healthy, but also keep your stress away. If you're using it as a way to constantly get out of your head and just quieten down your thinking. There's all these other purposes for meditation as well. Like you can use it in so many different ways. And so if you're new to meditation, you don't really know what it's about or how to do it, I'm going to link a video at the end of this one that I created that's the ultimate guide for beginners. And I wanted to create that video because when I first started meditating like 7 years ago, I just read about it on Google and I was putting it into practice, but I still didn't really understand it properly. It wasn't until years into it I started understanding it better. So that's why I wanted to create that video for beginners so that they can get everything that they need to know about meditation so that they can get into it straight away and start getting some results. So I'm going to link that video at the end of this one if you want to learn how to do that, because I do highly recommend starting up a daily meditation practice. There are so many reasons for it, so many benefits that video will explain to you. So I hope you like this video and I hope you got some sort of value out of it. If you did, let me know by hitting the like button or write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. I hope I see you on the next video. Peace.